Right, Emma, listen, the thing about affiliate marketing, everyone's always chasing the same light. Like the big social platforms, the SEO, it's all out in the open, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's where all the competition is too. Like, you see the same tactics over and over, and it just gets so saturated. It's hard to stand out, you know?
Precisely. And that's why we need to talk about dark social. I mean, it's a bit of a quirky name, I'll grant you that, but it is an absolute goldmine. And most affiliate marketers are completely overlooking it. Completely.
Dark social. Okay, so what exactly are we talking about here, James? Like, is it something sketchy or
No, no, not sketchy at all. It's quite the opposite actually. Think about it. It's all the shares and conversations that happen privately, away from the public feed. So messaging apps like WhatsApp, Telegram, even private Facebook groups, email threads, things where the traffic source isn't immediately obvious to standard analytics. It's where people are sharing things peer to peer, really.
Oh, interesting. So it's like personal recommendations happening in private, basically? That actually makes a lot of sense when you think about how we share stuff with our friends and family.
Absolutely, Emma. It's where genuine, authentic recommendations live. And this is why marketers tend to miss it, because conventional analytics, they just can't track it effectively. If someone clicks a link from, say, WhatsApp, it often just registers as direct traffic or unknown. It's like a black box to a lot of marketing tools.
So people see direct traffic and just assume it's someone typing in the URL, not, clicking a link a friend sent them. That's kind of a huge blind spot then.
Massive blind spot. And because they can't easily attribute a conversion to a specific dark social share, they don't invest in it. But Emma, this is where the real trust is built, right? When your friend sends you a link saying, hey, you need to check this out, that's far more powerful than a sponsored ad you see on Instagram, isn't it?
Oh, totally. I mean, if my sister recommends something, I'm way more likely to look into it than some random influencer. It's that word of mouth thing, but amplified because it's so personal. So the conversions from these sources must be like really high quality, right?
Exactly. The traffic is often pre-qualified, highly engaged, and has a much higher intent. You're not just blasting ads into the ether. You're tapping into existing trust networks. It's a completely different ballgame. Now, where dark social really truly shines, I think, is within micro communities. We're talking about those smaller, often private groups. It could be a niche Discord server, a WhatsApp group for specific hobbyists, even an exclusive Telegram channel.
Okay, so not just one-on-one chats, but like smaller group chats. What makes those so special compared to, say, a huge public Facebook group or a subreddit?
That's a brilliant question, Emma. The absolute key is trust and intimacy. In a huge public group, it's often a bit noisy, a bit impersonal. But in a micro community, people know each other, or at least they're highly aligned on a very specific interest. There's a shared identity, a shared purpose, and because of that, a much higher level of trust amongst members.
So, like, if I'm in a group specifically for, I don't know, vintage synthesizer enthusiasts, everyone there actually cares about vintage synthesizers. It's not just general music fans, right?
Exactly. The noise to signal ratio is much, much better. People are looking for genuine advice, genuine recommendations from others who get their specific passion. And that's where the affiliate opportunity really, really comes into play. You're not just a random voice, you're a trusted peer within that specific context, hopefully, if you play your cards right.
Okay, so this sounds awesome. But how do you even find these micro communities? Like, if they're dark and private, how do you get in without seeming, I don't know, creepy or like you're trying to infiltrate something?
Good point, Emma. It's not about infiltrating. It's about genuinely finding where your target audience already congregates around a specific interest. You start by looking at your niche. What are those super specific, sometimes quirky, interests your ideal customers have? Then you can search for Discord servers, Telegram channels, or even niche forums related to those precise topics.
So, like, instead of fitness, I'd look for vegan marathon training for beginners groups. That kind of granular focus?
Precisely. Go granular. You can also leverage existing communities. So, say you're in a larger Facebook group for general fitness. Keep an eye out for people mentioning smaller, more specialized groups. Sometimes they'll even share invite links. The key is to be observant and understand where those deep, specific conversations are happening. It's a bit like detective work, but it's worth it.
Right. So just really listening and seeing where people are naturally moving for more in-depth discussions. And I guess if you genuinely share that interest, it's easier to find them anyway, because you'd be looking for those sorts of groups yourself, right?
Exactly. Passion for the niche really makes this whole process much more authentic and easier to navigate. You're not just a marketer, you're a fellow enthusiast. Once you're in, Emma, the absolute cardinal rule is value first always. You cannot just waltz in and start dropping affiliate links. That's a surefire way to get yourself booted out and burn bridges.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I've definitely been in groups where someone just joins and immediately tries to sell something, and it's just so jarring and annoying. It totally like ruins the vibe.
It does, doesn't it? So, for the first few weeks, maybe even months, depending on the group, your sole focus is to be a genuinely helpful member. Answer questions, share your expertise, engage in discussions, offer insights without expecting anything in return. Build rapport, become a trusted voice.
So essentially, you're just participating like any other member, showing you know your stuff, and you're there to contribute, not just take. That makes a lot of sense for building credibility.
Precisely. You want people to start recognizing your name, associating it with helpfulness and knowledge. You want them to think, oh, James just shared something insightful again. That's the foundation. Without that, any affiliate efforts will just fall flat. It's all about investing in the community first.
It sounds like a slower burn than traditional paid ads, but probably a much more solid foundation for long-term success, right?
Absolutely. It's about building an asset, really, your reputation within that community, and that's priceless.
Okay, so you've built up trust. You're a helpful member. Now, how do you actually start introducing affiliate products without suddenly sounding like a sales rep? That's gotta be a delicate balance.
It is, Emma. It's absolutely an art. The trick is to integrate your recommendations naturally, almost as an organic extension of the conversation. You don't just blast a link. Someone might ask a question like, hey, what's the best microphone for podcasting on a budget?
Right. So instead of just saying buy X microphone here, you'd elaborate a bit.
Precisely. You'd say, oh, that's a common dilemma. For beginners, I found the XYZ mic to be really excellent. It strikes a great balance between quality and price, and I've personally used it for years. Then, and only then, you might add, you can find it on Amazon, I think. Here's a link if you want to check the specs. Do you know what I mean? It's part of a helpful response.
Oh, that's smart. It's like you're not pushing, you're just providing a helpful resource because you were already being helpful. And because they trust you, they'll actually click it.
Exactly. It's about solving a problem they've articulated, using your own legitimate experience. And you want to ensure the products you recommend are genuinely good and relevant to that community. Integrity is paramount here. If you recommend rubbish, you'll lose that trust immediately, and that's game over.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, one bad recommendation could undo months of goodwill. So quality really does matter here.
Now, the beauty of these micro communities, Emma, is that they allow for a kind of
Personalization at scale, if you will. You're not trying to personalize for millions, but for hundreds or thousands of people who share a very specific interest.
Okay, so it's not true one-to-one personalization, but it's way more tailored than a general ad campaign. Like the whole group has a shared persona already.
Exactly. You understand their jargon, their pain points, their aspirations, because you're immersed in that same environment. So when you offer a recommendation, it's already highly relevant to everyone listening. You're speaking their language, addressing their specific needs. This dramatically increases the likelihood of conversion compared to, a broader campaign that tries to appeal to everyone.
Right, because you're not just guessing what they might want, you're observing it in real time. Like, if everyone's talking about how hard it is to find eco-friendly pet products, you know exactly what kind of affiliate offers might resonate.
Precisely. It's about active listening within the community. And because you're doing that, your recommendations feel less like sales pitches and more like genuine, informed advice from a peer. It's incredibly powerful for building loyalty too, not just immediate sales.
So it's not just about selling something once, but building a relationship where they might trust your future recommendations too. That's a really solid long-term play.
That's exactly it. You're building an audience, truly.
So you start as a helpful member. How do you go from just participating to actually being seen as an authority or even a leader within these smaller communities? Is it just consistent helpfulness?
That's a big part of it, Emma. Consistent, valuable contributions are non-negotiable. But beyond that, it's about taking initiative, perhaps starting a relevant discussion on a topic no one else has brought up, or sharing a unique insight from your own experience. It's about demonstrating a deeper level of knowledge or passion.
Like, if everyone's talking about a common problem, you could post a step-by-step solution you figured out instead of just answering questions individually.
Exactly. Or maybe curating useful resources for the group, or even offering to host a live Q&A session if the platform allows it and it fits the group's dynamic. You're not just reacting to conversations, you're initiating them and adding significant structured value. You're showing leadership through action. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's interesting. So it's about elevating your contribution beyond just like answering a question here or there to actually providing something that benefits the whole group in a bigger way.
Precisely. And as you do that, people start to naturally gravitate towards you. They'll start tagging you in questions, actively seeking your opinion. That's when you know you're becoming a recognized authority. And that recognition is incredibly powerful for affiliate conversions down the line. Now, as we talk about recommendations and building trust, it's absolutely critical we address ethics and transparency, Emma, because we are operating in a more intimate setting here.
Oh, for sure. Like, I've heard horror stories about people getting banned from groups for being shady about affiliate links. So, what are the best practices here?
First and foremost, always disclose. If you're sharing an affiliate link, a simple full disclosure, that's an affiliate link, or just letting you know I might earn a small commission if you decide to purchase through that is absolutely essential. It's not just good practice, it's often legally required in many places, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it actually builds more trust when you're upfront about it, rather than trying to hide it. It shows you're not trying to trick anyone.
Exactly. It reinforces your integrity. Also, only recommend products or services you genuinely believe in and have preferably personally used or thoroughly vetted. Your reputation is everything in these spaces. If you recommend something subpar, that's a quick way to lose credibility.
So it's not just about disclosing the link, but also ensuring the product itself lives up to your recommendation. Basically, don't recommend junk just for a commission.
Precisely. And always respect the group's rules. Some groups explicitly forbid affiliate links, in which case you simply don't post them. Or you might direct people to a personal website or resource where you do have them if it's allowed as part of a helpful response.
Okay, so we know traditional analytics struggle with dark social, but how do you even know if your efforts are paying off? Is there any way to measure success here?
That's a brilliant question, Emma, and it's where we need to get a bit creative, isn't it? While you can't get perfect, granular data like you would with, say, a Facebook ad, you can absolutely get good indicators. First, always use unique tracking links for your dark social efforts. So rather than just your standard affiliate link, use a sub-ID or a specific campaign link if your affiliate network allows it.
Oh, right. Like adding a little tag to the end of the URL that says source equals WhatsApp group X or something?
Exactly. That way, when you see conversions come through with that specific tag, you know where they originated. Secondly, you can use bit.ly or similar link shorteners. They often provide some basic click data, even if the referral source is still direct to your main analytics.
Okay, so you might not know who clicked, but you'll at least know how many clicked and if any converted from that specific link you shared.
Exactly. And beyond that, pay attention to anecdotal evidence. Are people thanking you in the group? Are they asking follow-up questions about the product you recommended? You can also run polls if the group allows, asking members how they heard about certain products. It's not perfect, but it gives you a very strong sense of impact.
So a combination of specific tracking links and just really paying attention to the community's feedback. It's like a more qualitative approach, almost.
Precisely. It's about being observant and understanding the human element, which, frankly, traditional analytics sometimes miss entirely.
All right, Emma, so you've found success in one or two micro-communities. The big question then becomes, how do you scale this without just becoming a spammer?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. You can't just copy-paste your recommendations into 50 different groups, can you? That would totally ruin the whole authentic vibe.
No, you absolutely cannot. That's the fastest route to getting yourself ostracized. The key to scaling, ironically, isn't about increasing the number of communities you're in to an unmanageable degree. It's about diversifying your presence carefully and replicating your methodology.
Okay, methodology. So, the principles of value first and subtle recommendations, but in different, maybe related niches?
Exactly. You might find success in a specific niche, say vintage camera enthusiasts. Once you've built your authority there, you can then carefully enter a related niche, like vintage lens collectors, and apply the same principles. You're leveraging your existing knowledge, but adapting your approach to the specific nuances of that new community. And you probably shouldn't be in more than 3 to 5 communities at once where you can genuinely contribute.
Oh, so it's about depth over breadth then? Really investing in a few places rather than just skimming the surface of many?
Totally. It's about quality engagement. And another way to scale is by becoming such a recognized expert that people outside the communities start seeking you out, perhaps for consultations or even asking to feature your insights. That's when it truly goes beyond just direct affiliate links.
So, James, after all this, why do you think this approach, focusing on dark social and micro-communities, is more future-proof than a lot of other affiliate strategies out there?
That's a fantastic way to wrap this up, Emma. The reason is simple. It's built on genuine human connection and trust. Algorithms change, ad costs fluctuate, platforms rise and fall. But human psychology, that desire for authentic connection and trusted advice, that's evergreen, isn't it?
Yeah, people will always trust their friends and peers more than a random ad, no matter how sophisticated the algorithm gets.
Absolutely.
By building a reputation as a valuable, helpful member within these niche communities, you're creating an asset that isn't dependent on any single platform or algorithm. You're building a brand, really, your personal brand, within that trusted circle. And that's incredibly resilient.
So it's not just about making a quick buck, but actually cultivating a loyal audience that trusts your judgment, which then leads to more sustainable income over time.
Precisely. It requires patience, sure, and a genuine desire to help. But the rewards, they're not just monetary. They're about building a truly sustainable business model rooted in real relationships. And that's the ultimate unconventional growth hack, if you ask me.
Wow, yeah, that totally makes sense. It's a completely different mindset. Thanks, James. This was super insightful.
My pleasure, Emma. Always a pleasure delving